You see, this is a problem. Everybody's so used to me being late that when I'm on time, nobody's here. Great. Everybody is late because you guys are so used to me being late. Well, I don't appreciate that. Sam, where were you 3 minutes ago? I've been calling you to bring your tail up here, and you,
I
where
was
were?
I was waiting, so I went outside to have a cigarette. I just sat back down.
See, you're used to me being late too.
Hmm.
Everybody's just used to me being late, so they don't show up on time.
I mean,
That's a problem.
I was here 30 minutes ago, but yeah, I got up for a minute and I figured I had like a minute, so I was wrong.
Oh, because I'm usually 8 to 10 minutes late, huh? Is that it?
I said
Okay.
a minute, not 8.
No, I heard you the first time. You don't have to act like I don't speak English. I heard you. Listen, guys, I'm here and I just want to start primarily by saying I I I don't know what to say with this conflict, okay? So supposedly I have my views and I want to share my views with you about the Israel Iran situation, and then I want us to move on to something else. In fact, I'm kind of in a mood to watch Chinese girls put makeup on using tape. If you guys are in the mood to do that with me, I am so down. Okay. So anyway, listen, I want to talk to you guys about something. When I was on X, I was on X just a little bit, and people were talking on X talking about how they don't like that Trump is supporting Israel and that he did this strike on Iran, and that we don't have a president for America. We're not America first, that we're actually Israel first, that President Trump is all about Israel and not about the United States. So, who wants to go to the naughty corner? I see we have contenders who want to go to the naughty corner. Because listen, that doesn't mean, all right, you know what? I'm not going to address you guys. I'm not even going to address it because, I have figured that I'm gonna focus on the positivity in the world today because I'm not gonna let the negativity bring me down. I'm not. I'm not. Let's see some Asian beauty products. It's just tape. It's always tape. It's always been tape. It's not just tape, it's always been tape. Okay? Tape is what it is. Future Korean wife. Listen, you can get your Korean wife, and then when she takes off her tape at night, don't come crying to me talking about, oh, I didn't know. Look, you heard it here first. Oh, Blindy was first. Oh, welcome, Blindy. Second was Yakub. Yakub. And third was Neil. Neil. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. All right, so here we go. Let me start. All right. So here it is. There were people saying, like, oh, it's not America first, it's Israel first. We don't have a president that is for America. We have a president that's all about Israel. All right. I want to share with you guys some things, okay? People are claiming, and I don't know how true it is, but I'll talk to you now. People are talking about Trump's support of Israel being wavering, right? It's always been up and down kind of thing. So hold on, I have an article for you. So back in the day, back in 2015, President Trump was booed in one of the speeches that he did when he said that he would decline to recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel, right? And people booed him. People were also saying that, hold on, why is this doing this? Okay. He said, no, is that not a position that you support? Trump said, you know what? You know what I want to do? I want to wait until I meet with Bibi. I just want to. right? He's like, oh, he wants to talk to Benjamin Netanyahu, blah, blah, blah. And people hated that. People hated when he wouldn't recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel, and so on and so forth. Now that this attack happened, I have something else for you guys. Now, me as a Muslim, we are in the holy month of Ramadan. This month is a month where us Muslims we fast during the day. So during the sunlight hours, we are fasting. We're not drinking water. We're not chewing gum. We're not listening to music, and it's a time. So the fact that people are saying that Israel waited until the Islamic State was in a time of prayer and peace and fasting, and they waited until then to attack the people while they're down, while they're weak. My thing is, Iran has always had it coming, but in many terms. Okay, I know Iran claims to be an Islamic nation, but I don't see it. But not Islam, Iran has had it coming for a long time. And was it a strategy to wait until the month of Ramadan when they're fasting to to do this? Who knows? Who knows? But you know what? All is fair in love and war. All is fair in love and war. So, I mean, if a person is waiting for a country to be a little bit weaker when they attack, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, um, Iran, even when it's not, go ahead.
Sorry, I hit a wrong key. I'll dip out. Hold on just a
Get
second.
out of my stream.
I'm with
See, when I wanted you here, you weren't here. Now that you see, that's your problem, Samuel. See, this is the reason why you can't have people around you, because see, people they take advantage, right? They take advantage, and then they anyway. So here's another thing. Here's another article by the BBC saying that the decision by the United States and Israel to start a new war with Iran, it's creating a huge dangerous moment right now, and so on and so forth. I don't know what's so dangerous. Iran, I mean, literally against America, Iran is nothing, but also because America is backing Israel, I you guys know how I feel about that. I'm not cool with that. I'm not cool with us being the guard dogs for Israel. I'm just not. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, people can hate me for that. I don't. It is what it is. That's how I feel. So it says it's even being more dangerous because Donald Trump said that Iran's longtime supreme leader, the Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, he was killed on day one of their attacks, and his death was later confirmed on Iranian state TV, which was today, this morning, I believe it was. And Israel used the word preemptive to justify its attack. This was the largest in the Israeli Air Force's history, according to Israeli Defense Forces. They said that this was not a response to an imminent threat, which is why the word preemption applies. Instead, it was a war of choice and opportunity. That's what is being said. It was a move of choice and opportunity. They says that Israel and the United States have calculated that the Islamic regime in Iran is vulnerable, and they are dealing with severe economic a severe economic crisis, and so on and so forth. But just a couple of months ago, when Iran was talking about how its people were in danger, Donald Trump said, "Don't worry, help is on the way." Hold on, I'll show you right here. He says, back in January, Donald Trump told the people of Iran that help was on the way. And I guess this is the type of help that he meant. Donald Trump was like, listen, don't worry, guys. I know you guys are suffering. I know you guys are struggling. Help is on the way. We're going to get you guys some help. And this is the help, I guess, that was coming. But during that time, much of the US Navy was busy removing the leader of Venezuela at that time, as you guys know. So they're saying that America had limited military options back in January to try and attack Iran, that they were busy in Venezuela. But we all know as Americans, we're never low on people. I mean, our military is so efficient. We're never low on people. That's never a reason why an attack is not going through. They might write that in an article, but everybody knows that. Everybody who's American knows that that's not the true. It says that this war is a political act. Armed conflict is inherently hard to control once it starts. We all know that. And Netanyahu has seen Iran as Israel's most dangerous enemy for decades, generations even. And for Netanyahu, this is a chance to do as much damage as possible. Attack them while they are down economically. They're in a, economic crisis, as we all know. It is Ramadan, so of course they're not in the mood for fighting. They're trying to be peaceful in prayer and in prayer. He says he wanted to attack the regime in Tehran, in their capital city, and to attack Iran's military capacity. Netanyahu also faces a general election later this year. So this could be also another strategy for him to get people to vote for him. So it says that Trump's objectives have been veering and changing. One minute he's telling Iran that he's their friend and that he wants to help them, and the next minute he's backing Israel and dropping bombs on they. Sorry, but you guys understand what I mean. So hold on, I have something else for you. 1 second. Trump also spoke a lot about the dangers of Iran's nuclear ambitions, because we all know that Iran is super obsessed with being a nuclear power, trying to be nuclear, and also always constantly threatening the United States. Death to America, of course, death to America. Even though after last summer's war, Trump declared that the Iranian nuclear program had been obliterated. So, what was the reason for today's strike? That's what a lot of people are asking. What was the reason to strike them today if last summer you said that Iran's nuclear program had been obliterated? The attack last summer was to stop their whole nuclear program, and that was the aim of this whole thing, wasn't it, in the beginning? But now, it people are asking questions, and I want to hear what you guys think about it, because I'm just looking, I'm just observing. 1 second, I'm looking at another article. This year in January, Trump opened up the Board of Peace, and he had Israel join the new Board of Peace that he opened in January. Now, what I don't understand also is how how Trump, he said, okay, this year in February, I'm sorry, it was February the 11th. February the 11th, Israel joined Donald Trump's Board of Peace initiative. Prime Minister Netanyahu said on Wednesday in February, I guess that was like February 13th or so, he said that during his visit to DC, where he met Trump and the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, he said, we're so happy to be a part of Trump's peace initiative and Board of Peace and so on and so forth. But while they're joining the Board of Peace, they were also preparing for this attack on Tehran, on the capital city of Iran. So, visuals released earlier this month, I guess you could say, is February. Well, it's March. Is it March now or is it February? Whatever, you guys understand. Earlier in February, there were videos released showing Netanyahu and Rubio, Marco Rubio, meeting. And they were holding this document together with Netanyahu's signature on the Israeli joining on the Board of Peace and so on. Netanyahu said on X that he signed the accession to be the member of the Board of Peace and then dropped bombs on that arse. Dropped bombs on their arse. Wow. So the Board of Peace drops bombs merely 2 weeks after joining the Board of Peace. They dropped bombs on Iran, which was apparently not, according to the articles, it was not in retaliation to violence or something like that. Supposedly. But we do know that they were bitter enemies from the beginning. Oh, look who's here. Hi, Red Lipstick. How are you? We have Mayo Monkey. Mayo Monkey. Because they were trying to bring it back. Says Iran and the Iranian people are two different groups. Well, yeah, but don't Iranians live in Iran? I mean, yeah. Mr. Dunham says many believe Israel is blackmailing Trump since Epstein has ties to Israel, allegedly. I don't know, but why are we so vulnerable to Israel? Why is a country like America subject to blackmail by a pathetic nation like Israel? I mean, Israel is not. I mean, Israel is backed by the most powerful nations in the world. That's the only reason why they have any significance. Old Blindy says Iran is 90 million people with decent military power. To clearly hit them requires a lot of resources. Says this just shows how evil Israel is. I mean, do you guys remember back when people were asking Trump his opinions on Israel when Israel was talking about Palestine? And Trump constantly said that he wanted to stay out of it. He said, these these are generational wars that I cannot come and solve. Countries like Israel and Palestine will always be at it. They've been at it for generations before I was born. They're going to be at it when I die. So this is the same thing with Israel and Iran. It almost seems like every enemy of Israel is now a country that America has to go after. Do you know what I mean? I mean, are you guys okay with that? How do you guys feel? I mean, it's also a tacit agreement. You're overruled. You're overruled, Mr. Graham. Overruled. Iranian citizens are celebrating in the streets. Celebrating what? What did they win? Oh, because that guy is dead. The Ayatollah is dead. Yeah, I can understand that. Many people are dumb too. Well, we all know that. It says objection. Iran is not the Islamic Republic. Listen, I sustained that one. Sustained. I agree with that one. It says same as cartels are Mexican government, but people hate them. Right. The people hate them. That's right. Tomas, the parody song of the Beach Boys classic, Barbara Ann, is trending again. Mayo Monkey says, this is some of the most ignorant crap I've heard yet. Punyiti. Punyaya. Says because you don't know what the board of peace is. Oh, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. I mean, yeah. I guess the board of peace isn't about peace. Or maybe it's about peace by killing Iran. Oh, he says this is the last day of February. Oh yeah, yeah. Because see, I never know when is the last day of February. I really don't care. I don't know. It just seems like the more time goes by, I don't care anymore about dates. Frost says Israel is the equivalent to a single mother on well. Trump said out of his own mouth, he isn't a Christian. So what is he? What? He said that? Did he? Then what is he? Did he really say that? Hold on, wait. I'm gonna check this out. I want to see if they have like a time, whatever. You guys understand what I mean? A clip, a quote. Let's see. Trump says he's not Christian. Donald Trump has consistently identified himself as a Presbyterian, Protestant Christian, and he has actively courted evangelical voters, asserting he would defend Christianity, while Pope Francis questioned his faith in 2016 based on his policy positions. Some critics suggest that Trump's religious focus is opportunistic, and he has not publicly stated that he is not Christian. It says in 2016, he says, I am Christian, I believe in God, and I go to church as much as I can. So, where'd you hear that one? Where did you hear that? Yeah, because online it's saying that that was a rumor and it was debunked. Says Trump is basically a Jew. Oh gosh, you guys. Yeah, exactly, exactly. So I'm like, wait a minute, because yeah, when you said that, it didn't seem right. That didn't seem right. Oh, it says Trump is basically a Zionist. I don't know, but all I know is that he. I don't. I mean, I don't know. I'm just. What I don't like is us being the guard dog, being the hound dog for the Israeli nation. Why do we have to be their puppet, their puppy? Why? Exactly. I've never heard him say that either. I've never heard him say that. Frost says Trump is losing a lot of support because people are sick of him doing whatever Israel says. That is what I'm talking about. That is exactly what I'm talking about. That's the thing I was trying to point out. It seems like we are constantly every time Israel feels like they have a war going on, here comes America saying that this is our war too. Why is it our war? Why is every war that Israel wants to get into all of a sudden our problem? Tomas, the Free Palestine crowd is basically taking sides with the Ayatollah successor. Did you guys see that there are people, just because of their hate for Trump, they are coming out and saying that they're saying, I don't know, they're basically saying that they are supporting Iran. I'm like, why? Look, I can understand you not fully supporting the president in a decision, but don't come out there and say that you support Iran. Do you know what that means? Do you know what that entails? You saying that you support Iran? Like, really? I mean, it almost seems like people just cannot be. Everybody has to be black or white. I get it. Like some things are not just black and white. Iran can still be a piece of crap nation, but it doesn't mean that we need to fight Israel's battle. Trump's beliefs on the source of eternal salvation indicate that either he isn't Christian or he doesn't understand Christianity. I don't know. Where did you see that mostly peaceful protester? Where did you see it? Mayo Monkey says Iran calls Israel calls Israel is little Satan and the United States big Satan. Yeah, I think I've heard of that. I have heard of that, Mayo Monkey. Yeah, I think I have heard that. But Mayo, you also know that they are out there saying like I mean, in Iran, it's common to see people burning the American flag, talking about death to America, always talking about how they want to go to war with America. Like, what do they really think war against America would entail? Do they really think that they have a chance to do anything to America? I mean, come on. But yeah, I mean, that's part of the reason why they want to get their nuclear program in order. Bye, laid back. Have a good day. Have a good night. Yeah, it's night now. Have a good night. Yakub, you don't have to support the president, but don't side with a foreign nation. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, are you crazy? Chill. Chill. Amira, look up the Netanyahu freaking out because Iran burned the statue of Baal. No. Really? Ugh. He says maybe Iran might become Christian and free, hopefully. Trump is in with Israel and old Jewish money. Look, that and I don't know. I still don't want to say that about still don't want to say that about Trump. I'm trying to I'm trying to keep an open opinion about Trump. I'm trying to figure out what would be the reasons behind certain things. I'm trying, but it is bothering me that, I mean, and I also think it's partly because of my bias, because you guys know I hate the I won't say it this early in the stream, but let's just say uh, people who know me know my views. So yeah. So he says Trump is in with Israel and old Jewish money, oil, and real estate. His daughter married Kushner, got a Jewish Christian name, christened name, and converted. Wait, she converted? She converted? Well, oh, they're Baal worshippers. Yeah, I know that. That's yeah. I mean, like really, really. He says Iran is more Zoroastrian, but second Christian. Very small actual Muslim segment. The Iranian government is 12er Shia death cult. Definitely. They are. And if you know anything about if you learn about the Iranian laws and what their people do, I mean, listen, I, I, I don't support Iran at all. I don't support them. But at the same time, you know, even if a person disagrees with our president's moves, doesn't mean that you all automatically have to go and support Iran. That's just silly. People are just there's too many Americans with guns. No, there's not enough Americans with guns. No, there's really not. Says AI says that Donald Trump identifies as non-dominational Christian, raised Presbyterian. Mm, okay, I have an article. I have an article um, with you guys. Hold on one second. No, I have seen the Talmud. Frost, he says, Amira, look into the Jewish book. The Talmud is pure demonic. I've seen the Talmud. That's what I'm talking about. Like, why do you think, Frost, why do you think I have this opinion about them? Why do you think, like, come on? My opinion didn't come from just natural hate. It came from many things. Oh, Mustached Man was based. We were lied to about a lot of the history of World War II. Listen, you listen. Hitler was right about a lot. That's all I'm saying. Mr. Dunham says he's literally He literally is talking to Christians and says, I'm not a Christian. I need to see that. I mean, if you know where that was, I will look it up because I would love to see that for myself. I would love to see that for myself. If you can give me maybe the place where he was speaking that day, something, a date, maybe a date when that happened, I'll look it up because I would love to see that myself because I will present it to you guys. So Google is backing Trump. I don't know if it's a thing of backing Trump or they just don't see where that was said. Maybe that video is not popular. I don't know. But I wouldn't say that AI backs Trump because it really doesn't. It's mostly backing the left. If you look at AI stuff, mostly it backs the left. Hold on. I'm gonna pull up our news articles. Hold on one second. I'll pull it up right now and see what else I have because I'm certain that Larry definitely has more information about it, okay? So hold on. Oh, I found something else. Oh. Okay. Here we go. All right, so okay. So it says despite the death of the leader, what's his name? The Ayatollah, despite the death of that guy, the Islamic Republic of Iran launched a counterstrike on the Dubai airport, and only four staff
The screen is
members were.
frozen.
Well, yeah, but if you can hear me, it's fine.
Okay.
As long as you guys can hear me. Oh my gosh. Am I still, is the screen still frozen? Sam.
No, it's good now,
Okay.
but
Well,
it
it's
was when
fine.
I said it.
As long as you guys can hear me and I'm not roboting. Am I roboting?
No, not at all.
Okay. As long as the audio is good, I don't care if I freeze for a second. You guys know it'll come back in a second. Okay. So it only bothers me when the audio is messing up because that's the worst time. But it says, here we go. Only four staff members were injured at the Dubai airport attack, and other staff and passengers were able to evacuate the airport after the drone strike. Now, in the meantime, the airport has suspended all flights. Now, the airport wasn't the Islamic Republic's, well, Iran's only target. They launched an attack on a US base in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, which was being defended by the Saudis who shot the missiles down. Iran reportedly launched 300 missiles at military bases across the Middle East, but no serious damage was reported. Now, back here in America, Governor, what's his name? Governor. Governor Gavin Newsom. Governor. Anyway, gosh, Gavin Newsom wasted no time, of course, in slamming the attack on the Iranian regime, calling it an illegal and dangerous war. Newsom's words came back to bite him in the form of serious pushback from people online who highlighted Gavin Newsom's doublespeak. He's two-faced. Okay, this guy is two-faced. On one hand, he condemned the attack, but on the other hand, he said that Iran can never have nuclear weapons and that Iran's leadership, quote unquote, must go. Gavin Newsom also claimed that President Trump is putting Americans at risk abroad because he is not popular at home. Okay, so Americans abroad are at risk because he's not popular at home. Wouldn't it be that Americans are at risk because he's not popular abroad? That would be more risky. I don't know, whatever. But a news report has revealed that several members of the Khamenei's 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 family, they were killed in the joint strike, including his daughter and his grandchild, along with his son-in-law and daughter-in-law. Now, as for the Iranian people, Several celebrations have been reported to be erupting in Iran, and in America, with the Iranian people thanking both President Trump and Netanyahu. So the people are happy because the leader is dead. Iranian people are happy because the leader is dead. This operation that killed this guy was called Operation Epic Fury. And then President Trump promptly released a video directed at the Iranian people, encouraging them to take their country back. He said, and I quote, Khamenei, one of the most evil people in history, is dead. This is not only justice for the people of Iran, but for all great Americans and those people from many countries throughout the world that have been killed or mutilated by Khamenei and his gang of bloodthirsty thugs. End quote. Now, during this attack, the Operation Epic Fury, apparently 40 top Iranian security and regime figures were killed, and 10 high ranking leaders were also killed. Now, as for Khamenei, he was an 86-year-old man, and his 86-year-old body was reportedly found amongst the rubble, and photographs of his body were sent to Netanyahu as proof and a souvenir of a job well done, a job completed. Because if they're going to claim that the leader is dead, they need to show proof, and that was what was done. I solemnly swear. The Kurds are teaming up with Iranians. Mm-hmm. 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 So, yeah. No, what are you saying? I'm not testifying.
So, you know how you told me just a few minutes ago that it was fine if your screen was frozen as long as we could hear you?
Yeah.
So, your screen was frozen where it made it look like you were, how do I put this? Sharing your heart out like Elon Musk for about 3 minutes straight.
That long?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. You know what? Then I'll reset. No, get back here. Now we gotta do it now since you're saying it stayed for 3 minutes. I mean, that's a long time.
Yeah, I mean it's working now, but yeah, you had your hand up for a while.
That's what he says. I solemnly swear. Okay, all right then. Okay, well then what I'll do is I'll reset, and yeah, I don't know why this computer is acting so retarded. I have to
But
get a
the
new
audio's
computer.
good, so
Well, yeah, that's the main thing. As long as the audio is good, I'm happy. But this is just, I don't understand why I'm having so many problems. This computer is not old. It's not. But okay, I'll be back.
no, it might be an update thing. All right. Hi, folks. I'll hold down the fort, I suppose, as we go. So we'll just wait for her to come back. I'm not going to talk on anything in particular, just because the last time I did that, the last time I started it on something, I got yelled at. So y'all were here, y'all saw it. It's pretty funny, but still. So Alienware equivalent. Yeah, she might look into that. She might look into some newer stuff. Yeah, definitely. So I think we might just be about back. Let me double check here. You good?
Can you?
Okay.
All right, fine.
Well, I didn't want to
Wait,
bring you up if you weren't ready.
Mayo Monkey said it didn't freeze for him.
Oh, that's awesome. It did for me.
Well, it must have frozen for the majority of you because you guys were
Mhm.
saying I solemnly swear. So
Yeah.
okay, all right then. Well, I'll continue. All right. So anyway, here's another thing. California Democrat Eric Swalwell or Fartwell. as he's tenderly known. Eric Fartwell made the news again, and this time it was for reasons that he cannot afford to have exposed. Eric Fartwell, who has thrown his hat into the governor's race, he was exposed for still having ties to the Chinese Communist Party. Fartwell's campaign reportedly took $5,000 from CCP linked lawyer Kay Liang, as they call her Clay, and $10,000 before that. And she also donated another 25,000 earlier this month. Okay, so this person, Clay, the last name Zhu or Shu. I don't know how to pronounce it, you guys. But this person works at a top law firm in Beijing called the Diheng Law Offices PC. And they have serious ties with the CCP. And they have also donated to Eric Fartwell. According to this article, Xu has a long history of fighting for Chinese interests in America. Eric Fartwell previously claimed that he cut ties with China after getting caught in their honey trap back in the form of Chinese national Christine Fang years ago. But this development has given his constituents and citizens across the country more cause for concern, especially since he wants to fill Gavin Newsom's seat. Well, awful shoes, his bad shoes. Nobody wants to walk in that man's shoes, okay? But he wants to fill Gavin Newsom's seat. And he had claimed that he had stopped all this Chinese Communist Party stuff. He was no longer trying to bang the Chinese Communist Party's spies. He said that he wasn't doing that anymore. He said that he actually got over the Asian flu. You know, he had Asian flu, right? Yeah. Yeah. The yellow fever. Yeah. He said he got better. He said that he took his antibiotics and now he no longer has Asian flu, and he's been lying to us yet again. Fartwell is still obsessed with the Chinese. Now, the Clintons, you guys know the Clintons have been the Clintons. Now, you guys know that they've been defiant against Congress and saying that they won't show up, and Congress having to threaten them and blah blah blah. But earlier this week, former President Bill Clinton was questioned by Congress about his ties to Jeffrey Epstein. Bill Clinton told them that his association with Epstein was, quote unquote, very brief, and it, quote unquote, ended years before all these crimes came to light. He stopped talking to Epstein years before Epstein officially became a pedophile. So he's saying he never was into that stuff. He never did all those things because, Jeffrey Epstein went downhill after their affairs were finished. He also went on to say that he, quote unquote, saw nothing and did nothing wrong before expressing his anger at Congress for involving his lovely wife that he has loved throughout the decades. He has loved his lovely wife throughout the decades, and he is livid that Congress dared to involve his innocent wife in these allegations. He said, and I quote, he said, "I did not have sex with that woman." I'm sorry. Oh, sorry, that was in the 90s. He said, "I have to get personal. You made Hillary come in. She had nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. Nothing. She has no memory of even meeting him." End quote. Clinton also warned Republicans that he might repeatedly say, "I do not recall," since the Epstein event happened so long ago and he would be under oath. Because he's saying if I get questioned, if the Congress or anybody questions me on what happened with me and Jeffrey Epstein back in the day, instead of outright saying no because I don't want to perjure myself, I'm just going to say I do not recall. So he's saying, he's basically telling the world that he is finding a way to wiggle and slither his way out of this somehow or another. He's going to say, I did not recall, I did not inhale, I did not screw, I did not touch, I did not get a blowjob. Sorry, you guys understand. This is what he's going to do. This is what he's going to do. The ghost is freezing my computer. It's again. Oh my gosh. All right, hold on.
Okay, so she'll be right back.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea what's going on. This is really annoying. Okay, so he's going to keep saying, I do not recall, and blah, blah, blah. He's finding a way to lie as much as he can. It was also reported that when he was asked about President Trump's involvement with Jeffrey Epstein and his several mentions in the files, Bill Clinton stated that he never heard or witnessed President Trump do or say anything that suggested that he was participating in Epstein's activities. So even the Democrats who were outwardly trying to accuse President Trump of being a perv, even their leader, their Democrat leader, Clinton, he's saying, listen, you guys may accuse President Trump of this, but I've never seen it. I've never seen that. But he might, I don't know. He might be trying to get on Trump's good side. So he's like, maybe if I get on Trump's good side, Trump will somehow let them not reveal my, I don't know. You guys know. I don't know. Okay, forget it. Do you guys want some faggotry news? Would you guys like some faggotry news? I have some faggotry news, and I would love, you guys know I love to torture myself. You know, I love talking about the things I hate most. And in LGBTQIA plus pedos and everything sick news, a transsexual teacher has been fired because parents have made a complaint. A transgender teacher in North Carolina got fired after deciding to identify as a wolf. The teacher decided to identify as a wolf. She did this in her classroom at Mildred B. Poole Elementary School, which is located in Fort Bragg Army Base. Now, for some reason, some ungodly reason, this teacher decided to share their new animal identity with their preschool and kindergarten students, who then went home and immediately told their parents that Wolf had shared with them about his, hers, its identity. When you tell children of kindergarten age that you are a wolf, do you know what that does to children of that age? Because children of that age don't know what's real and what's imaginary. You 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 think, do you really think that telling that to children of that age was going to last long as a secret? Oh, you guys know those kids immediately ran home to tell their parents that they had a wolf as a teacher. The Department of Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, I can't say his name right, Hegseth, he reposted a story by CBN News on X, which included a quote from one of the children who said, and I quote, "Mommy, I'm scared he's going to come and eat me. I'm scared he's going to come and eat me. The teacher, who is a biological male, identifies as female, and according to reports, oh hell no. Are you all right? You oh boy. Oh boy. I just want You know what? You know what? I know I didn't okay, I'll say the article. This teacher is a biological male who identifies as female, and according to reports, he wore a dog collar to work with fetish tags attached. And also, he wore an animal tail.
Oh, did we lose audio too?
No, I'm quiet.
Oh, okay.
I'm I mean, I am I frozen?
Yes.
Oh great. What? Ah,
And
I
now it's stopped the second I get up here. That's like the third time.
what? Well, maybe
So
you need to get your tail up here so it stops freezing.
I don't know what that's about either, because it shouldn't be just freezing up your image and then letting you. The audio should not be as clear as it is with the frozenness.
Well, this teacher is a male who identifies as female and wore a dog collar with fetish tags. What do you think, Sam?
You said something about a tail. What? How was the tail attached?
You know, I would, you know,
Because I mean, if it's on a belt,
but yeah,
that's one thing.
but it could be somewhere else.
Yeah, there's this. I'm not going to describe it. You don't want to hear that, but uh, there's a whole other way to do that. That's pretty.
I
I think.
mean, the fact that he's wearing collars, dog collars with fetish tags, um, you know, you're wearing that around children. You're getting off on that. He's getting off on it.
Yeah. Yep.
And you know what gets me off? The thing that would get me off is taking this person to a place that's nice and quiet and away from people and witnesses and doing certain things that animals do because he really wants to be an animal. Well,
I never understood that whole identifying as another species thing. I mean, I get there are people who don't like people very much. I don't like people very much. I kind of understand that, but at the same time, right? Like you remember a while back there was a Twitch moderator who went out and started calling herself deer and deer self and started wearing antlers and like little fake hooves and shit, claiming that they were in fact trans species. And I'm sitting here and I'm just like, do you realize that just like if we have to take this seriously, if we have to believe you when you say you're a deer, does that not open you up to licensed hunting?
you know, I mean, if they really want to be these animals, I say we really treat them how
Because
these
I mean,
animals live.
where I'm from, we shoot and eat deer. You know?
Hmm. Hmm. I mean, you know, and Tito said we'll take them far, far away to go look at the flowers. Yeah, 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 the beautiful flowers.
Is that a mice and men reference?
I I don't know because I'm thinking about other things. I mean, there are just certain things that make my mind go really, really dark and make me think about things that um that I don't know how to explain it. It's like it's things that would normally scare me, but in this context bring me so much pleasure, you know? It's a strange feeling. It's odd.
Yeah, I know what you're getting at. We need to be very, very careful about how we phrase that.
No, I mean, I'm not, I'm not actually saying what it is or what it could be, but it's just these types of people just, man, they make me have thoughts that are so dark.
I just think, if somebody wants to act like a dog, then we can chain him to a sled and make him run the Iditarod.
Yeah.
You know, maybe they can hang out in the kennel.
Yeah, that'd be nice too.
You know, anywhere where they're not around kids.
So there's more to this story. Listen, Sam. The teacher told the students to call him, her, it by the following names. He wanted to be called Roxanne Wildheart, Kiera Blackheart, Lilith Deathhowl, Captain Roxy, Artemis Deathhowl, and Savage Beast Queen. The teacher then told the students that he, she, it turns into a wolf at night, which obviously scared the freaking children. One student told their parents about the teacher saying, "Mommy, Miss Roxy says he was born in a male's body, but he is actually a woman. But he likes boys. I don't understand."
First of all, with the names, like pick a lane, right? Some of those are conflicting, but whatever. This person needs to be as far away from children as possible. Werewolves are scary. That's what they see when he says, "I turn into a wolf at night."
Right? Right? They're not, I mean, of course. And and what is a child to think when you're like, okay, so what is my teacher doing when he transforms? You know, I haven't heard of werewolves doing things.
I mean, they've all probably heard Red Riding Hood, wolves eat kids.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. I forgot about that. Yeah. That he would prey on them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Now, initially, no action was taken against this teacher when the parents complained because proper dress code was being followed at the time. He wasn't running around naked. And yes, he was wearing a dog collar, but he still had on clothing appropriate for a teacher. And the teacher's transgender identity was seen as something to be protected. However, this changed when Liberty Counsel got involved. They argued that the teacher's actions were in violation of President Trump's executive order from 2025 of January of 2025, which proclaimed that there are only two genders. Oh, I love my president sometimes. It proclaimed that there are only two genders based on biology, and they would be the only ones receiving legal protection. This resulted in the teacher's termination. So, because of President Trump's executive order from January of 2025, this person was terminated. And and what's crazy is that they needed to find an executive order in order to terminate this freak of nature.
Here's the thing: children should not even know that their teachers have a first name that isn't Mr., Ms., or Mrs.
That's what I think too.
And anything else beyond that is personal information that is not for them to know, period. Right? I have
Mhm.
no idea how many of my teachers were married or single or gay or straight because they didn't get brought up because it wasn't our business.
It's not our business. We're children, they're adults.
None of that. Just like you want to make believe in your own home. I don't actually care. But when you go to a professional setting, particularly in education, especially if your facility is receiving any kind of government money whatsoever. You are a public servant. You will behave as a public servant. You will show up and you will dress for the job and you will act professional. And that's how it needs to be.
Sam, did you know that in the majority of schools today, teachers are addressed by their first name? The
Yeah,
children
that
don't even address them as Mr. or Mrs.
I don't. Well, we discussed that a little bit last night, and you know what I think about that. That's it's part of the whole, like, commie brainwashing nonsense.
Everybody's the same. We're
Yeah,
all on the same level, kind of thing.
yeah. It's like getting them used to the idea of being one small part of a greater whole that is more important than they are.
Zealage, don't you know that knowing these things is part of a well-rounded education? Don't you know that this is making our children smarter?
Yeah, I'm sure it absolutely helps with the long division.
Yeah, I mean, how can they learn how to do algebra if they don't know this? Yeah, these teachers are mentally children themselves. Yeah, how are you teaching children when you haven't even got over your make-believe world yourself? You're still thinking that you're a woman when you're a man. I mean, now whether vampires exist or werewolves exist or magic exists, now that's a whole different topic. But you talking about the most basic of things, you can't even get it right if you're a man or a woman. You're still playing make believe in your own gender. Oh, look, PJ said he better have clothes on or Old Yeller's going behind the shed.
I mean, if you really want to, role play Old Yeller, you got to inject him with rabies first.
Ooh, that is such a beautiful thing. I would love to inject one of these people with rabies because, that is, it's sad when it happens to innocent people. But man, if you could just let somebody suffer on purpose with that, man.
Yeah, and I mean, it doesn't even have to be like a permanent thing. It's like we have a cure for rabies. It's just to give them a taste.
We don't even have a cure. Like once you get past a certain symptom, you
Oh,
can't you
sure.
can't be cured. Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't catch it early enough, yeah, but you've got a little while, you've got a little
Oh yeah.
time when the symptoms
Yeah.
start setting in.
Yeah. But see, is it really rabies if he hasn't had the symptoms hit? I
Well, like
I
like I said, let the symptoms hit a little bit, let him get a little uncomfortable, and then hit him with the cure and be like, yeah, maybe next time I won't have the second syringe.
I wanted to go all the way through.
I know.
I want to see the finale.
I
Um,
have you ever seen something die of rabies? Because I don't know that you necessarily want to actually see that.
I
Maybe
I would love to see
enact it,
it.
but you don't have to look at it when it happens.
For these type of people, oh yes. For yeah, watching these type of people, yes. To see somebody innocent, no, suffer like that, heck no, I would never want to see that. And it hurts me when I see animals suffering through it. I've never seen them die, but I have seen an animal that's suffering from rabies, but I haven't
Mm.
seen them pass away all the way.
It's it's pretty ugly.
I've seen them be mercifully um, taken out.
Yeah, yeah, because it's awful.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, yeah, but thank you. Thank you guys so much for joining me to talk about these issues. And um, yeah, I appreciate you. I'm gonna take off, but what a what a day. What a day. I guess Venezuela is gonna be ours, and so will Iran.
And
Iran.
Cuba, apparently.
What's happening with Cuba?
Oh, they're talking about going into Cuba next, taking out their leadership.
We're taking over. We just and
Apparently,
this is I mean, I would rather that happen than anything else. Listen, I'm still wondering about Greenland. I was excited about having Greenland.
yeah. It's funny how nobody's talking about Greenland all of a sudden, isn't it?
I listen. I still want us to not forget about
Oh, I don't think they forgot about it, but I think their opposition is now all consumed with this Iran thing.
Yeah. Isn't it funny how just because they don't like the president, now they're siding with our enemies? They're siding with Iran, of all people.
Yeah, I mean,
Alex
like
says no Korean makeup. But my computer keeps freezing, Zealage. I don't I it
yeah,
just turns me off. Every time that I have computer issues, it turns me off.
yeah, we might have some issues actually playing any video tonight, unfortunately.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm so turned off that I can't actually enjoy fully because I have to invest in new computer, in a new computer. This is only my streaming computer. I don't do anything else on this computer, but yet it was good before. All last year it was pretty good, but then it started failing within the last 6 months. It's been failing more and more.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
well, I'll let you go. But thank you for hanging out with me, guys, while we could. And sorry for freezing and being, solemnly swearing. I solemnly swear. Yeah, maybe the next live stream. Yeah, Yakub. I'm thinking so because it's irritating. I'm just so turned off. Like every time we starts having technical issues, I get turned off and it kills my mood. But anyway, good night, everybody. Thank you all for joining me, and let's keep a lookout for what's happening with this Iranian stuff. So we'll keep a lookout. If anything big happens, I'll come back and we'll talk about it. So we'll see. If anything big happens, we'll see. All right. Thank you all for joining me, and with that, I yield my time. Good night, everyone.
Well, I say every day it's a getting closer to taking a bath with my fucking toaster.